You already know who this is. This is Ray Browning. Today I'm going to bring you a video about a man that I think a lot of us appreciated. A lot of us enjoyed his videos, and a lot of us are sad about his passing. And that man is Ted Barris. And today I'm going to light some candles for Ted, because he's no longer with us. Out of respect for the man, we're gonna light some candles. Now, I also have here a SOG knife, which was one of Ted's favorite brands of knives that he had. And I have a craft beer. Well, you might call it craft. It is a Dino Sour. It is a sour beer, although I do enjoy sour beers. Blackberry, sour ale. You know, I don't particularly enjoy them too fruity. I would rather just a regular sour beer, but we will still indulge with the craft beer for Ted Barris. Nice color, good aroma. Now, the reason for making this video is I would like anyone who is watching this video to share your favorite Ted Barris moment. I wish Ted still had all of his videos up, and I will share with a moment my favorite Ted Barris episode, you would call it. I'm just going to take a little drink here. There's no rush in these videos that I'm making, so please just enjoy. Definitely a blackberry taste. I don't know where I should start. I have no plans for making this video. I had no idea what I was really going to do except for share with you my favorite Ted Barris video. Now you might think, Ray, clearly it's the Screaming Eagles challenge, his dedication to the cause and making that video for all the fine men and women who have sacrificed themselves for the country. But that is not my favorite Ted Barris video. You might think maybe it's him smoking a Carolina Reaper in his bong. But you'd be wrong, that is not my favorite Ted Barris video. You might think it would be one of his hot sauce review videos, but it is not. Maybe one of his outdoor camping videos, one of his last videos he's ever created, but it is not one of those videos. It's difficult for me to say when exactly this video came out that I enjoyed so much. But if you do recall, at one point, Ted was living in a rental house, I believe. Again, I apologize. I'm not very articulate when it comes to telling these stories, but I'm just going to try. At the time, I believe this was when Ted was living in that yellow house. Now, do you remember the mold? All the mold that was growing over all of his possessions and his posters, his collections, his hot sauce bottles. The mold was literally everywhere. And he had a hard time with that. It was a difficult time for Ted. It was the beginning of the end, I think, in that era. He was having to sell some of his possessions that weren't covered in mold. He was no longer doing the real hard pepper challenges. He wasn't pushing himself. He was slowly getting out of it. It was a sad time. As a result, both his mental state and his physical health took a dramatic downturn. And I believe this is when my favorite Ted Barris video came out. The video was only up for a few days. It was taken down shortly. Many of you will know about it. It would be difficult for me to explain it, but I will try. Ted Barris, I believe he was filming this video in his bathroom. He had recently gotten out of the shower and he was concerned about his ball sack. He was concerned about a ball sack, his ball sack, because it was bleeding. Now, Ted was scared. You could tell in his voice. He was terrified. For some reason, I found this very entertaining to watch. Ted tried to convey to his viewers the seriousness of what he was dealing with. So much to the point that Ted went to the bathroom to retrieve the white towel that he used to dry his ball sack with and brought it on camera to show that there were indeed blood spots on the towel. His ball blood on the towel. He showed it to everyone. He was so concerned. Why is this my favorite video? I don't know. I should have been terrified for the man. But at the same time, I found it entertaining that someone would divulge that kind of personal information on YouTube for the whole world to see. YouTube was a place where Ted could express himself. It was therapy for him. Now, this led to other videos. If you recall, Ted ended up sneaking his cell phone into a doctor's appointment where he recorded a conversation with him and his doctor about his bloody ball sack. I don't think it ended up being anything serious. But Ted was very concerned. I think a lot of us men would be concerned if we had a bloody ball sack, but till it happens to us, there's nothing we can really do. Now, I'm sure there's a million other wonderful stories of Ted, wonderful videos that we could share. And I encourage you to share in the comments of this video your favorite Ted Barris video. I do recall Ted doing some parody ads where he put in fake teeth and talked in a funny voice, and I did enjoy those as well. But the ball video will always be one of my favorites. I've never seen it again on the internet. Perhaps it exists somewhere out there, but Ted Barris with the bloody ball sack will be an all-time favorite of mine. This video is approaching 10 minutes. I would like to discuss one thing, and that is why Ted Barris is no longer here. And this is difficult for me to talk about. But I strongly believe Ted Barris is no longer with us because of the trollings of a certain individual. And I will not mention his name in this video. Ted was trolled to death. And that's why. And I do not condone any sort of online bullying of any sort. Again, in some ways I feel I need to apologize for this video, as I'm not, I find it difficult to express the way I feel about this man and the loss of his channel and ultimately the loss of his life. But I do know I'm not the only one that shares these feelings. I know today is a special day in the United States of America, as it is Super Bowl Sunday, what's it called? The Super Bowl. Apparently that's a big thing in the United States. I hope you're all enjoying it and watching all the silly commercials and eating all the wonderful foods. I myself will probably consume some edibles and watch the replays of the halftime show, although I do not know who is performing. I do know it is not Ted Barris. I believe if Ted Barris wasn't trolled, he would probably be a man that they would have on the Super Bowl halftime show. But he was taken from us. I believe I'm going to stop this video now. Or maybe I'll just keep it going for another few minutes. Probably to 15 minutes as I finish my beverage. We can just look at the image of Ted and the candles and remember the good times. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it up here, so we can look at Ted Barris and the candles. And we can just remember and reflect. And we'll have a few minutes of silence. We'll run this video to 15 minutes in silence. So please just enjoy. Remember Ted and everything he gave us. And if you remember the Bloody Ball video, please leave a comment below. This is Ray Browning. Rest in peace, Ted.